Hey guys, welcome to Tomatoes, Poppies, and Everything Gardening. I'm Heather. I am in Central Virginia, zone 7B-ish. Today's video is all about rehabbing a really sad looking tomato that has been stressed. This is a commercially produced tomato. I really wanted to try this variety this year. It's Sun Sugar. I tried to germinate the seeds. They would not germinate for me. So when I saw two of these, they only had two and they both looked equally as sad and root bound. I'm like, I've got to have one because I want to try that variety. So I'm going to spin the camera around and we are going to work on this guy and we're going to plant him. And this little guy just fell out of the pot. This little creepy crawly. So I guess I will go relocate him outdoors real quick. This plant was outdoors. Did bring it in last night because it was out front. I didn't want the deer to eat it. So let me get rid of him. So what is so wrong with this plant? Well, definitely it's root bound. It's in a tiny cup. It's producing monstrous growth. It has suckers coming off everywhere. And it even has flowers and actual fruit in development. And this plant really doesn't need to produce fruit until it's in the ground. So unfortunately, I'm going to take that off. And because it's such a sickly little plant, it's covered in aphids. And we're going to take care of that in just a second. But, you know, a healthy plant is better able to fight off pests. So we're going to spray him with the water hose, and then we're going to take him out back and do some chopping, and then we'll plant. We are also going to harvest suckers that we can root and water, so we have more free plants from this guy. And so suckers is just part of the stem, and it's part of the growing system. And let's see if we can find a good one. Well, there's a baby one right here, but I know I saw a huge one the other day. Let's find him. I mean, there's so many. This is just a mess. Mess. Okay, well, here's one. This is the huge guy. See? Main stem, leaf branch. Right here, coming out of that angle is a sucker or part of the stem. So it will clone itself. It will grow roots because it has all of the material in this part of the tomato to want to grow. So I'm going to cut it right there. Oops. My Dollar Tree pruners are not cutting the best. Well, there we go. So I have a nice little sucker or part of a main stem. And you can see it's already got the little fruits. We're going to cut those off because we don't need them yet. And I'm also going to cut off this leaf set and this leaf set. So now we have a nice, perfect specimen for rooting and water for a few days in a kind of shady spot out here. I'm not going to take it inside. I just want it to get used to the outdoors. I mean, it is used to the outdoors, so there's no sense in taking it inside. But I don't want to put it in bright sun because it is, you know, trying to develop some roots. So we'll leave him off in the water there. And I'm going to fast forward and you can watch as I trim this guy up, and I'll show you what we have at the end. I am going to go ahead and cut off all the fruit sets, even though, look, there's a baby. And I really want to try it, and I debated just leaving it, but I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut these. I'm going to cut these up here. And I will keep working, and you guys can watch. Maybe I'll even put some music on. So this is what we're left with. I am going to be burying this in a trench, and then we will just have this part right here poking up out of the soil. Look, there's another little flower. I'm going to pinch those off. So probably go ahead and take that off too. And so we have several, at least, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 plants there for the future. Now I'm going to soak this root ball before we go plant it. I am going to repeat cherry tomatoes in this 8x2 bed that is connected with a catapanel trellis that goes over top. They did really good here last year. These are the spring planted cauliflowers. I do not think they're going to make it. You can see that this one already has the flowering pattern beginning. I do see a beet there. I don't know where it came from. Could be Swiss chard. Can't remember growing either recently, so that's interesting. The flowering carrots probably will thin and maybe leave 2, because the pollinators, this will bring the parasitic wasp into your garden and help prevent hornworm damage. They will eat your hornworms from the inside out, so you want lots of parasitic wasp. So I will leave a couple for them, but not too many, because last year I left a ton and I couldn't even walk in here. So let's get busy. We're going to dig a trench. And so I've got 3 other cherry tomatoes to go here. Super Sweet 100, Berry's Crazy, and Brad's Atomic. Not sure where I should put sun sugar. Probably I'm going to put it in the middle, because it seems to be very aggressive. And I think I grew sun gold in the middle last year and it did fine. And then I'll probably do red on that side and then whatever else I have over here. And I'll just snip the peas at the base and leave the roots in the ground. But you can see Tonto demolished again my peas. So the bed is cleaned up and we are ready to plant. And you can see this is the sun sugar. I loosened the roots on the ends of the root ball, on the end of the root ball. And you can see where I trimmed it, and then I left a little bit, and about this much. We'll bury it all the way to right here using a trench method. And then he can just climb up the trellis. Right, Tonto? And I have a nice little trench. I'm going to check the placement one more time. And that is a perfect fit. So I'm going to put a pinch of Epsom salt into the root ball area. That's for my great grandma. And then I'll put like, I don't know, a tablespoon or so of our slow release organic fertilizer. Backfill with some soil just slightly. And then we will put him back in and cover him with soil. And he will grow roots all along the stem. So now we just backfill. I left this old onion here just for pest control. It's getting ready to develop a flower. It'll bulb up right here and then produce a flower. Go get some water. And there we go. First cherry tomato is in the ground. You can see I like to make a very small perimeter in Epsom salt to keep little roly-polies and slugs and other things, maybe discourage them from going over the line. I don't know if it works or not, but I do it just as a preventative. I was trying to see if he would cross the line. So there we go. He's all set up. He looks so much better than what he did when we started. Hope you're having a great gardening week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.